Away and running. Good even start. The gray, 'tis race day, pops with plenty of dash. Bell's Bluebell is also right there. Hopes and Dreams takes over the lead, and Street Corner is going to keep that rival honest. So those are the first four as they settle. Mid-Century Modern came away in fifth. Cha Cha Chuka's wide on the track, and Belly Dance is also right there chiming in. Trendy's near the backfield, and Mitty Fast Flower on debut is last of all. So it's a heated battle as they pass the 3.5. And deep on the track is 'tis race day. Street Corner's the meat in that sandwich, and Hopes and Dreams rides that rail. They couldn't be going any quicker. Bell's Blue Bell is under the whip, but starts to advance despite a four-wide trip. Belly Dance is right behind a wall of speed, and Cha Cha Chuka's getting closer. Inside the quarter pole where 'tis race day had first run, but Bell's Blue Bell has all this precious momentum now. They're off the turn, they swing for home, and Bell's Blue Bell has slowly slipped away from the opposition today. 'Tis race day's a clear-cut second. Cha Cha Chuka moves into the trifecta, and it's a good battle for fourth with Trendy, but it's over up top. It's all Bell's Blue Bell in the first of the day. Away and running. Good speed one from the outside from Carol Girl today, but hashtag Lucky wants the lead and gets it. Run Devil and anonymously is also adding fuel to the fire in the haunted room, stacks him up five deep as they go around this first turn, and Big Cheeks watching all of this unfold in front of her face. 7 furlongs to go, and hashtag Lucky takes the lead under tight reins two at the 6.5 and shows the way by one. Anonymously tracks the speed in that red noseband and Shadow Roll in second, and the haunted room is leaving the first turn behind and the three path in third. Run Devil stays a ground saving fourth, while Carol Girl chases a quick pace in fifth, and still last of all is Big Cheeks yet to make a move. Midpoint of the backstretch run where hashtag Lucky had to work to get to the lead at the 4.5. The lead's 3/4 of a length. Anonymously continues to shadow her speed every step of the way. The haunted room is deep on the track and gets a nickel to get closer to the speed. Run Devil is ground saving. Carol Girl's trying to latch on, and Big Cheek starts to rev up from the back of the pack. They turn, and there's 3 furlongs to go. Anonymously takes the inside trail and takes the fight to hashtag Lucky, and they have kicked away by 3. Carol Girl takes up the chase in third, and trying to land fourth is Big Cheeks as they turn to the top of the stretch. Anonymously is in for the fight, so is hashtag Lucky, and Carol Girl is closing in, and Big Cheeks is four wide, four chances inside the final furlong pole. Carol Girl now takes the lead. Hashtag Lucky tries the fight on. Big Cheeks is closing in, but it's too late to catch the eventual winner at 9-5. Carol Girl has won it over hashtag Lucky, Big Cheeks, and then came Run Devil. They're all in line. Away and running. Dance Step boogies on out on top of the field, but Merger of Equals going to keep her honest, and so is Dune Jumper the opening half furlong, and Desi's Reward shoves her way through to try to take over the lead. Susie Q the Queen has one beaten, and Catalina is wide with 7 furlongs left to go. Midpoint of the clubhouse turn, and Merger of Equals controls the clock today. The lead is one. Desi's Reward is right there under a very tight hold in that second place position, and Susie Q the Queen now grabs third away from June jumper. Here's a bold move from Catalina on the outside to take third away, and Dan Step broke with plenty of zip and is now outpaced to last with 4.5 furlongs to go. So merger of equals is under the gun, and the first one to play her hand is Desi's Reward. But that might be short-lived as Catalina stacks him up three across the track, and June Jumper is right there chasing that trio of speed. Susie Q the Queen's in traffic in fifth, and Dan Step needs to go and go now around the bend 3 furlongs out. And Desi's Reward has a fight on her hands, and Catalina's had a wide trip and is right there trying to stick and stay under the whip. A big break of three, back to a fading merger of equals. Here comes Susie Q the Queen, and Dan Step is gathering good momentum too. Inside the quarter pole where Desi's Reward leads the charge as they're homeward bound. Desi's Reward is kicked away to an open 2-length lead. Now Susie Q the Queen plots her attack. Dan Step is closing in but starts to slowly fade off the scene inside the final 16th of a mile. Desi's Reward is still nicely clear. Susie Q the Queen gaining inches but not changing the winning outcome. Desi's Reward has won it. Over Susie Q the Queen, Dan Step, and Dune Jump. Away and running to a picture-perfect start. Good speed from I'm Your Poppy today and Papa Jimmy. Those are the first two. Bo Don't Know starts to glide on through to take over the leading role and assert dominance. Fans Lawlessness a little wide in the early mix and then drops away. Up and around the first turn they go. Bo Don't Know's the leader and leads by 3/4 of a length. But here's a 5 wide Ruthian on attack mode with assert dominance and I'm Your Poppy. And the pace is warm too on a warm day. And Papa Jimmy came away in that fifth place position. Street Lamp is a distance 6 with a major divide. Back to Lawlessness. The inside is Gabby's Big Notion. Second last is Mr. Boldacious. And 4 wide is Starship Gotham. Behind the trees they flashed, and Ruthian emerges as the dust settles and leads by only 3/4 of a length. I'm Your Poppy is right there chasing the pace in second, and Assert Dominance is ready to raise the stakes again, and they continue this pace tug of war to the 3 furlong pole. On the far outside, Boat Don't Know starts to close in, and Papa Jimmy rides that rail. Street Lamp is not responding. Lawlessness is trying to pick off that rival with Starship Gotham, Mr. Boldacious, and Gabby's Big Notion. 5/16 to go. Ruthian still leading the charge around the bend, but here comes the late strides of Bo Don't Know, and Bo Don't Know knows the front today as they turn for home. Bo Don't Know takes the lead away from Ruthian. Here's a late charge from Papa Jimmy. Closing in the green cap is Street Lamp. Deep on the outside is Lawlessness. They go past the final 16th of a mile. Ruthian's in for the fight. Bo Don't Know is tenacious. Bo Don't Know starting to drift out just a little bit, holding on at 10-1. Bo Don't Know has scored the winning run over Ruthian, Lawlessness, and Street Lamp. Away and running. Slow to go was Bound by Destiny. Good speed today from Late Frost, who breaks right on cue. But Intrepid Daydream drives the pace in that second place position. Juror number 4 came away a handy third. And Street Loot is on hold in fourth in the opening furlong. And Tappin' Josie takes the trail up the rail. Bound by Destiny teams up with Mia Tosca, but only 4 lanes would cover tip to tail. So Late Frost leads the charge past the half-mile pole, and the lead's half a length. Intrepid Daydream is right there chasing the pace in second, and Street Loot's in hand as this one circles on the far turn. Up the inside, Tappin' Josie's in a bit of traffic. The red cap belongs to juror number 4. Mia Tosca comes under a ride, and Bound by Destiny last of all. So a good battle brews in the tax-free shopping distaff, and Intrepid Daydream comes calling for the lead. Late Frost is battling on, and Tappin' Josie's right there too. Wide on the track is juror number 4. Street Loot stalled inside the final furlong, and now Intrepid Daydream now pulls away from the opposition. Late Frost holding on to second with Tappin' Josie, and juror number 4, the tax-free shopping distaff winner, was Intrepid Daydream over Late Frost, Tappin' Josie, and juror number 4. Away and running. Slow to go is the favorite Affable Monarch. Good speed one from the outside from Parkerness today. Driving on through is Caught and Collected, and Captain Quits in for the early fight too. Right there is Super Constitution, and Beyond Board is looped up 5 wide at the 7/8 pole. The last 3 include Rum Jar. Up the inside is Affable Monarch, and last of all is Rich's Way. They point towards the 6 furlong peg, and Parkerness emerges from out of the crowd with a 1-length lead. But Beyond Board is right there, raises the stakes under a very tight hold too, and the pace is keen in the 6th of the day. Caught and Collected rides that rail, a ground saving third in the opening 3 furlongs, and chasing a trio of speed as Rum Jar in hand in that 4th place spot. There's a gap of 1 back to Captain Quint. The rail belongs to Super Constitution. Affable Monarchs making up a lot of ground, and tailing off badly is Rich's Way. They have 3.5 furlongs to go, and Parkers continues to lead the way. He shows the way by only 1 measured length as Rum Jar is poised to pounce now. Caught and Collected needs to do better, and Affable Monarch needs to sprout wings from 4th as they get towards the quarter pole. Parkerness is trying to see this through for another 2 desperate furlongs, and Rum Jar's in for the fight as they turn to the top of the stretch. Affable Monarch is just at this 1 pace, but now slowly starts to close in. They're at the top of the stretch. It's still Parkerness with the race in his hands. Rum Jar is getting closer. Affable Monarch starting to close in. Here's Rich's Way from out of the clouds. Rich's Way comes over the top. Rich's Way, where did this one come from? Absolutely dead last and blows past them all at 13-1. Away and running to a nice level start. Good speed today from Rebel Empire, who beats everyone off the line. Outside pace pressure from going to the lead. And there goes Golden Candy mixing it up along with Run Poppy. Those are the first four. There's a whole herd chasing for fifth, which includes Take Charge 2, passed on the outside by No Sabe Nada. And deep on the track is Tappin' Cat. Wider than that is Picture This. The Calora Kid rides that rail. Second last is April Fool's Andy. And City Quick reaps him in. They go down to the 3.5 furlong point, and Rebel Empire continues the lead, and No Sabe Nada continues the chase in second. Golden Candy rides that rail, going to the lead's back pedal to fourth. Run Poppy scrapes paint. On the outside of that one is Tappin' Cat. Then you have Take Charge 2. Near the backfield, Zabra Cadabra. The rail belongs to Calora Kid. As they turn to the top of the stretch, Rebel Empire still leads, but the lead's down to only one. In for the fight is No Sabe Nada. The rail belongs to Golden Candy. One more furlong. Three across the course. Rebel Empire's in for the fight today. And so is No Sabe Nada. No Sabe Nada. Rebel Empire. They hit it together. Win photo between Rebel Empire and No Sabe Nada. Away and running. Good speed from the inside from Sundog today. There goes the early lead of Mighty Jin Jin, and the gray throwback is right there too. And those are the first three. Honeycamp tracks the speed a joint fourth and pushes up the inside. Towards the outside is Amelia's Legacy in front of three rivals early. Winter Seller has two beaten, which is Grand Spun with the money on, and Jimmy the Book is last of all. It's a well stretched out field past the 3.5 furlong station, and Mighty Jin Jin calls the shots, and the lucky last leads by two. Sundog's a tracking second, and Throwback gets a couple of reminders to stay on the speed, but just not responding as of yet. Honeycamp's had a wide trip. Up the inside is Push, and Grand Spun is still in sixth at the top of the stretch. Mighty Jin Jin starts to drift out, but Sundog has all the momentum now, and Sundog kicks for the money at the final 3/16 of a mile, and now faltering is Mighty Jin Jin. Closing in his Throwback for the exacta. Late on the scene is Grand Spun and Winter Seller, but Sundog at 7-1 rolls away. Sundog has won it. Throwback was second. Winter Seller up the fence, and Grand Spun closed way too little too late.